Hi again everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build video in The Sims 4. Happy Saturday. I hope you're all having the most amazing day ever so far and thank you so much for joining me here today. Today we are building in San Myshuno, specifically in the 910 Medina Studios apartment, and we are creating a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment for the new in town scenario. If you are unfamiliar with the scenario, you can check that out through the Sims 4 gameplay within the game, and I specifically designed this apartment around this scenario. So if you are currently playing the scenario and you're looking for somewhere for your Sims to live, or if you're thinking I actually want to do this scenario, then this apartment is specifically designed for the scenario. And I want to do a lot more of this on the channel because I like to integrate gameplay into the builds, and I think this is a fantastic way to do that because I think a lot of people play with the scenarios, and me being more of a builder, I would like to explore more gameplay this year, and I'm thinking of doing some scenario videos on the channel. So if that is something that you'd be interested in, drop me a comment down below and let me know, and I will see if it's something that interests me. I know it definitely does, so if enough people want to see it, then that'll definitely be something that I want to do. So this is a really quick speed build today. As you can see, it's a very small apartment, but it's one of my favourite apartment setups to actually design. And you'll notice at the start I didn't actually film any of the floor plan because I kept the exact same floor plan as the apartment was when I first moved a sim in here. So obviously if you move a sim in here, this is the exact same floor plan, so I didn't really feel the need to record that because it just was this way when I first moved in. I am terrible at explaining things, so I do apologise that was slightly more long-winded than it probably should have been. But with this apartment, I wanted everything to be very mismatched, very colourful, very vibrant, and just really fun. That's kind of what I wanted to do with this. And I talked a little bit about the last time I did an apartment on the channel. I'll put a card up in the right hand corner for you. I decorated an apartment for twin sisters, and I said that this year I was going to do more apartment builds on the channel because I didn't really do very many last year. I definitely focused more on larger family houses, and apartments allow me to, I don't want to say whip up a quick video because apartments still take a long time to do. I think this apartment took me around just over an hour to actually decorate because it's a very small apartment, but it allows me to put more content out there for you all, and I love decorating apartments, so it's a win all around. But you'll see here the living room area is pretty much already complete. I can't remember if I go back and change anything, but we are now working on the kitchen area here. As you can see, it's all very open plan, which I love doing with apartments because I think if you are more focused on gameplay, then open plan just makes more sense. And I know part of this scenario is that your sim throws a house party, and so I thought the more space the better. You might need to move some clutter items around, because while I play tested this apartment with a single sim, because this scenario is for a single sim, I had no issues whatsoever. But if you're having more sims around for a party, I don't know whether you're going to want to move some stuff around. I don't really know. You might just want to keep it the same. Anyway, I really like the kitchen area here as well. I tried to keep everything really fun and fresh and vibrant, and I tried to just carry that through the entire apartment. I also do end up adding a stacked washer and dryer. Dyer? What is a dyer? Stacked washer and dryer just on the left hand side of the fridge there. I can't talk. What is happening? Where the partition wall is, I had a stacked washer and dryer. That was what I was trying to say, because I thought that was a really neat idea as well, because there's actually a really cool sort of like long hallway as you enter the apartment, and I was thinking, well, what can I do with that space to utilize and make the most out of it? And so I thought a stacked washer and dryer made the most sense. I also had a laptop on one of the kitchen island pieces here, and I thought that worked really well too. So if your sim wants to, I don't know, do some work, if they work from home, or if they're like a writer or something like that, I don't really know if the scenario is specifically focused around a career. My gut feeling is that it's not, but I also added a keyboard in this apartment as well because I feel like I remember seeing something or someone saying that the sim has to work on their music skill or something like that. I don't know. So this is where I end up adding the keyboard. If I'm way off base with it, then feel free to move it. But I also added a guitar in the main bedroom as well, because just keeping with the musical theme. But I don't think it hurts to actually have these in the apartment anyway, because it's just more things for your Sims to do and it keeps things interesting. So I really, really like this keyboard here. I believe it came with City Living, and I used it in this sort of light brown swatch with the sort of rainbow in the back, which I thought was really cute. And I also add quite a lot of items from the High School Years pack as well, because if you are returning to the channel, then you'll know that High School Years is possibly one of my favourite build and buy packs that we've had for a while, and I just love it so much. So with me wanting to have it as quite like a youthful, bright, colourful apartment, I thought a lot of the items from the High School Years pack worked really, really well within this space. So this is the washer and dryer that I was referring to. I thought that was a really neat idea, and it's quite realistic in terms of, because there's not a lot of room in the apartment, they would be stacked like this. And then I clutter the heck out of this apartment as well because again, if you're returning to the channel, you'll know that I absolutely love cluttering up my Sims living spaces and making them look really homey and really lived in and just full of character and full of life. So if you want to pull it back, then you absolutely can do, because I do realise that not everyone has the same taste as me, but I went overboard with this. I'll hold my hands up right now. I did go overboard with this, but I had a really good time doing it, so it is what it is. I also use a few items from some of the new kits that we've received recently, because with the bright colours, I thought that fit in really well too. And then I just pop back into the kitchen area here, and I actually tile out the kitchen space just to make it look like it's its own space within the apartment, and I think that works really well. And then we move on to the one and only bathroom. So there is a shower tub combination in here. That was really important for me to include, because your Sim can then decide if they want to have a shower or a bath. I thought that worked really well, and the bathroom allows for it. Is it a 3x2 space, I believe, 3 tiles by 2, something like that. Anyway, and then it took me ages to work out which rug I wanted to use in here, which is such a trivial thing, but me being me and being such a perfectionist, I was like, it has to work with the rest of the apartment. So I decided on this little rug here. I cannot for the life of me remember. Oh, it's from Parenthood. It's from Parenthood. And then we move on to the main bedroom, which is the last room of the apartment. As you can see, it's just such a nice space. I really like it. And if I do end up doing the scenario myself and gameplay on the channel, I might actually do it within this apartment as well, which I think would be really fun, but we'll have to see how all that goes. A bed is again from High School Years, just tying in with the sort of turquoisey bright colour theme that we've got going on in the rest of the space, and I think it works really, really well. And then I do end up cluttering up the bedside tables just a little bit, not too much, along with some clutter items from the everyday clutter kit as well, which I think work really, really nicely. I put some shoes at the end of the bed just for a little bit of realism as well, and I actually love how big this bedroom is. And then there's a really nice window just on the back wall here as well, which I think is really beautiful, and I can imagine if you lived here the views would just be incredible. The dresser here is from High School Years and then I just add some artwork on the wall, and then I end up adding like a plant, a rug, and then I end up adding a chair here as well. There's also a bookshelf in here, there's a guitar as I was saying, and then there's a mirror too, but that's pretty much it. Nice, short and sweet speed build. I will be posting another video tomorrow as well, so keep an eye out for that. But you can get this apartment from the gallery right now. My origin ID is RachelPedd. Tray files, as always, are linked down in the description box below. You can get them for free from Sim File Share. But I just wanted to thank you all so much for joining me here today. You all take care, and I will see you next time I post a video. Bye!